guys, it's Jackie with Intoxicating Arts, and today I'm going to use my PixScan mat for the very first time on my brand new Silhouette Cameo 2. And I'm going to try two different techniques using the PixScan mat today. The first one is recognizing something on a piece of pattern paper, and this is a piece of pattern paper by Authentique called Nature, and it's from the Harmony collection. And I'm hoping that I can get it to recognize a bird or a bird cage, and we can get it to cut that out. The second technique I'm going to try is stamping some images on some 140-pound watercolor cardstock using a new Avriel stamp set for the Valentine's release. And this is only my second time using the machine. I just got it a few hours ago, so I'm just really excited, and I want to give you guys a look at someone who has never used it before and is just using it for the first time. So the back of this is pretty self-explanatory. It says all you have to do is capture an image, and then you import it, and you can design with it, and then you can cut it. So I'm hoping that it really is just as easy as that, and we will find out right now. I'm going to open up my PixScan mat, which was included with my bundle for this machine that I got from Amazon. I'll provide a link for that below. And just pull that out right here. The PixScan mat is definitely a little bit thicker than the regular cut mat that's normally included. And I will just quickly read the instructions here. It says to place my material on it, and it must fit entirely inside the rectangular workspace border on the mat. Capture the image using either a scanner or a digital camera. In my case, I'm going to be using a Galaxy Note 5. And then you need to take it at a straight on angle, not at a slight angle. Put the image on your computer. Click the PixScan icon in the upper left-hand corner in Silhouette Studio and follow the on-screen instructions to import your image. Add cut lines to your imported image as desired and proceed to cut as usual. On the PixScan mat, you can go up to about almost 11 3/4 by about 8 1/2. So you could definitely do a 8 1/2 by 11-inch piece of paper, regular piece of paper on here, just not any scrapbook paper. So now I'm going to take this top piece off because there is a sticky adhesive part on here. You'll want to save that so you can put it back on when you're done. And this is actually going to be going in sideways, but that shouldn't cause any problems. And we will put it. You've got to remember that you need the lines. So for this, I'm just going to make sure it's in there. Alright, so we have our piece of paper on the mat, and then we want to make sure to have some decent lighting. And I'm going to pull my phone out and go to my camera and hold it straight over the top. So you probably can't see that in the camera. I don't think I have enough room to really be able to show you, but here we go. So straight over the top. I can go to File and then Open PixScan Image. Okay, and then I will click Import from File. And then I can just go to my desktop and pull that photo. Clicked Open. And it says it's loading the image. No calibration profile could be found to match the photograph being imported. In cases where no calibration profile is used, the cut line accuracy can be adversely affected. So I'm not entirely sure what that means because on the instructions it says nothing about a calibration profile. So I'm going to click Continue without calibration and hope that it's really not going to affect anything. Nope, it says that it could not detect any PixScan markings. Please retake the photo, ensure good lighting. and they are clearly visible without any obstructions. This time I'm going to stand up while I take the picture. Alright, and then again, I will send that to Google. And let's try opening Birds 2, and hopefully this will work. Let's see if it works this time. Okay, so this time it does seem like it's taking a little bit longer, which I'm hoping is a good sign. So maybe try to stand above your image and do not crop it or make any changes to it before you import it to Silhouette. Because now I have my image right here. Object, trace. And then I will select my trace area. And I do not want to trace this entire thing, so let's just say this little corner right here. I need to click that first. Let's do just this little area. So you can see it traced it, but now I have to pick exactly how I want it traced. And I just want the outer edge of it. So I'll go to Object, and then I'll say Offset. Click Offset. So now, unfortunately, it's pulling all sorts of random little extra bits on the piece of paper. So that's not going to entirely get me what I want. I'm going to change the distance of the offset to 0.0625. We'll see what happens with that. It's a little bit better. I'm still picking up a few things I don't want. Oops, I think I just hit something I didn't want to hit. No! Come on. Undo. Undo. I don't know what is going on here. Okay, let's start from back here. First of all, I want to release the compound path because now these are separate and I can delete all these tiny little dots. So delete mostly this one right here that was getting picked up. Just kind of get rid of all the noise around them because I don't want any of that. Because this is a highly embellished piece of paper. There is a lot of little pieces that it's picking up here. And if we can get rid of those, this will make it a lot easier on us to cut what we actually want. Okay, so that should help a lot. Oh, there's some over here too. Okay, great. So now I can go back to putting an offset on this. Offset. And then I'm going to click Offset and lower that distance quite a bit. 0.025. Let's try that. It's a very small offset. That's fine. We'll apply that. So this machine is going to have to do very good. And I only want it to cut the offset. So I want to get rid of all these little pieces in here. Nope, not that one. Let's see. See, I don't want all these little internal pieces. And I also don't want to sit here and have to click on every single one. Oh, you know what? I just thought of a better way. So we can select the entire thing, and then if we push Shift, yes, it'll unselect the outside. Oh, that didn't work. Release compound path. There we go. So now we can do that one more time. Press Shift, click the outside, and then you can delete all of the inside pieces. The only problem is with this one, it actually is not wanting to cut it out right. You can see, woo, I went way too far in. But you can see it's actually wanting to not cut that out perfectly. So I would have to actually come in here and edit these little nodes. That's what those little things are called. They're nodes. And I could actually just, I haven't used this program before, but I've used programs that have, oops, undo. Anyways, I've used programs that utilize nodes before, and you can delete the point, and like right here, what you could do is you could break a path, but I just want to delete all of these. Actually, we will break the path here, and then we'll break the path over here. Go back to my arrow, and I need to release the compound path. Now I can delete this little piece right here. Obviously this is taking quite a bit of work, so it really depends on how bad you want the image. But I just wanted to show you, because I've used programs similar to this. Oops. So I knew there was a way, there had to be a way that you could actually get that how you want. So this is really weird. There we go. You can move this guy over here. We can make this corner. No. There's these little, like, I don't know the technical terms for a lot of these like things, but you can move them around however you want. There's some little arms. When you're dealing with nodes, it's definitely easier to just zoom in a lot so you can get some clean lines here. It's really hard to sometimes get what you're trying to. You can move this one down here. And this one down here. So obviously this is not going to be perfect all the way around because I'm editing this by hand, but it's pretty much the best I can do. Pull this over here, and that just automatically connected, I guess. Okay, so we got that part done. So we can cut out a bird cage, but I'd really like this bird over here, so I'm going to separate it and highlight the whole thing, and then push Shift so I can unselect that part on the outside, delete those, go back in, do the same thing until I get rid of every single internal piece. There we go. That one should be good to go now. And then I'm going to break this one up as well. Highlight the whole thing. Shift, click the outside, delete all those internal parts. And this one doesn't look like it's going to come out very well because of the parameters that we set for the offset. It's trying to cut some really funky things here, so I'm just going to completely delete that one. Just delete all the cut parts for that. So we're going to have this soaring bird over here and then a bird cage for it. So that's how we're going to test out the PixScan mat. I'm really excited. My first time using this. Glad I was able to fix that bird cage. So I'm going to go back over to my webcam screen here so you can see me turn the machine on and load the mat. There we go. That's much better. Alright, so we can go back over to the Silhouette Studio, and I am going to click Cut. Status is that it's syncing, and now it says it's ready, and I'm going to push Start. There we go. Just barely gave it enough room. So you have to make sure, you have to make sure there's enough room both ways for it to completely get to all of those registration marks. And now is the moment of truth. It's going over to the image here, and it's going to start cutting it. Looks like it's doing it pretty well. It did both of them. So it did cut, definitely, but unfortunately, maybe I should have had a larger area around the images because it definitely did not do what I was hoping for. You can see there's all this extra space on certain sides of it, but not other sides. And then the same thing with the little bird cage here. So I'm going to try again with some stamped images. The fact that it recognized it and it found it is cool. So probably should have just left that paper on there because I'm never going to get it lined up again like that. But it did find them, and it can cut it.